Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Lisa Budeau. Robert Poynter in with us on this Monday morning. We'll get to your forecast in just a moment. If you like summer weather, not ready for fall, he's got good news for you. First, we always like to remind you we're live on Facebook right around this time. Love it when you join us live. Leave us a comment when you do. But it stays on your Facebook feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you or listen to it as a podcast. Just go to inform.com/podcasts and look for the Inform Minute. Okay, warmer weather on its way back. It was kind of a chilly weekend. Yeah. Sunday afternoon was pretty nice, but going to be really nice today.
Yeah, yesterday morning, some of those lows got down into the 20s, so it was pretty cold, widespread frost, but like you said, it did improve pretty nicely throughout the day, and now we take another jump up for today, getting up into the mid-70s, so feeling like summer once again, and that's going to stick around throughout the entire week ahead. Pretty nice weather all around, a little bit of haze higher up, but shouldn't expect any surface smoke. But for cloud cover, it will be a more mostly cloudy day, and then after that, again, just mid-70s this afternoon, beautiful weather, and then that's going to be, or those 70s will be with us throughout the rest of the week into the weekend too.
Into the weekend, so one more, if you haven't closed up the cabin, a good weekend to maybe head
Oh, absolutely, get any yard work done as well, and then there will be a chance at some thunder showers Friday and Saturday, coming up towards the end of the week into the weekend, but we have numerous dry, really pleasant afternoons ahead too.
Okay, so the next couple of days they'll look mostly dry?
Yep, so we do have a chance of some showers later on this evening. Again, just a stray chance, but then dry by tomorrow afternoon. Wednesday's looking dry, maybe a stray sprinkle Thursday, but middle of the week is looking pretty good outside.
Okay, great. All right, that's anything else we need to know weather-wise coming up?
Mild weather's going to stick around into next week as well, and dry first half of next week. So again, 70s, they're going to be sticking around, so it'll be a little bit before we get those cooler temperatures like we saw last week.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you, Robert. Okay, to some of your news headlines now. Happening today, a man accused of assaulting 3 Fargo police officers is expected to plead guilty in the case today. A change of plea hearing is set for this morning for 37-year-old Joseph Manitowabi. He's accused of punching 3 officers in the face in June before running away. He was arrested after a short chase. It's a story we've been tracking for you here on WDAY. Court documents say he was smoking meth in a parking ramp before that incident. He has pleaded not guilty to 6 charges in the case, including 3 felony charges of assaulting a peace officer. Of course, we'll continue to track this story for you and give you an update on what happens today in court on our evening newscast here on WDAY. Today, the North Dakota Supreme Court will hear arguments involving a deadly drunk driving case in Grand Forks. Travis Bell is accused of driving drunk and killing 66-year-old Katarina Luthane in a crash near the Grand Forks Airport in June of 2024. In May, a judge ruled that Bell's chemical breath test could not be used at trial after his lawyers argued that a trooper coerced it. The state is appealing that decision. Arguments are set to begin at 1:30 this afternoon. A trial that had been set for August has been canceled, with a review hearing now set for September 26th. Today, some elementary students in Breckenridge, Minnesota will be heading to the big school. After flooding at their elementary school last week, they're going to be taking classes this week at the high school. We had some pretty incredible video of the basement just filled with water in the elementary school. There was a water main break there last week. It was supposed to be the first couple of days of school last week. They were canceled. The flood forced the district to cancel at least 2 days of school. But this week, back to school for those elementary students. They're going to have in-person class K through 6 at the high school. So then that changes things for the high schoolers. Students grades 7 through 12 will shift to emergency virtual learning through at least Friday of this week. Over the weekend, people in Minneapolis gathered to honor the life of the 8-year-old boy who died during the mass shooting at Annunciation Church. Several people got up to speak, saying Fletcher Merkel's story will not end with the tragedy, but continue through the legacy of a young boy who lived so much life in only 8 years. We've also learned the second student who was killed in that school shooting, 10-year-old Harper Moisky. A celebration of life will be held for her next Sunday, September 14th. The Lake Harriet Bandshell in Minneapolis. Will, of course, continue to track that story for you and have a video from that service. A little bit of good news in this really heartbreaking story. Children's Minnesota has released their last patient from that school shooting. Lydia Kaiser suffered a traumatic brain injury from a bullet and needed 2 brain surgeries. Her GoFundMe says she was hurt while protecting a younger student. However, we do know 12-year-old Sophia Forchis is still in the hospital in critical condition at HCMC. So, of course, that story continues, and we will continue tracking the condition of that young child as well. President Donald Trump says he expects to decide on a course of action for Chicago either today or tomorrow. He has threatened to send in National Guard troops aiming to tackle illegal immigration and violent crime in that city. The White House says it's been moving immigration enforcement personnel already into Chicago. Illinois Democrats say a National Guard deployment will not help with crime. Meanwhile, this morning, rescue teams are searching for survivors after Russia launched its largest ever aerial assault on Ukraine over the weekend. There were more than 800 drones, 13 cruise missiles. We know at this point, 8 people are dead, nearly 60 others hurt. Those numbers could go up. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is now calling on the U.S. and Europe to do more to end the war. And now President Trump is saying he'll host European leaders in the U.S. this week to talk about the war. Hot Mic is coming up 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also inforum.com. Today, the wait is over for Vikings fans. Of course, it's a big Monday night football night. The J.J. McCarthy era starts tonight. Don will have a preview of the big game tonight against the Bears. Plus, South Dakota State is back. How did the Jacks lose 25 players and they're still in the mix, the top of the FCS? Dom's going to talk all about South Dakota State, and of course, probably a little bit about that big Bison blowout win as well. Hot Mic is live from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and inforum.com. And remember, now is a great time to get that inforum.com subscription. 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. Just go to inforum.com/subscribe to check out the deal. And join us for our next newscast here on this Monday morning. It's at 11 o'clock this morning, an hour long, 11 o'clock with Becky Parker. And then we have you covered starting this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with more First News from 5 to 7. Have a great day, everyone.